So I was a part of an organization called College Pro Painters, which just finished its 50 year in business. I was chatting with the CEO over email about a week or two ago, and I was a franchisee for them in 1986. I'm kind of dating myself, right? That was 35 years ago. In 1993, I hired Kimball Musk, Elon's brother, to be a franchisee for me, and I also hired Peter Reeve, who went on to build Solar City. He was another franchisee of mine. And when I was a franchisee, the very first meeting I had with them, they said, "How much money do you want to make this summer?" I was like, "I don't know." And I gave them a number, and they said, "Well, what if you made like 50% more than that?" Like, wow, that'd be amazing. So he said, "Well, if you want to make," the number was 15,000. "If you want to make $15,000 in profit," which is a lot of money in 86, "do you know how much revenue you need to do?" "Nope." "Here's how much revenue you need." So they showed me the model to end up with the profit that I needed. They created the weekly spreadsheet of things I needed to do to get the revenue so that I'd make that profit. They coached me along that, and I made that profit. Well, guess what? They also hit the revenue numbers. And by them raising my profit goal, they raised the amount of revenue I needed to do, which meant they made more money. But they weren't focused on them. I mean, they kind of were. But by focusing on me and my happiness and my goals first, theirs came easy. And that was their entire business. So I think I got a bit of a cheat sheet because that was just the way I did it. That was the way I've always done it.
Sure. That's it's interesting because it does flip a little bit of like the model of setting goals, especially right now. We're recording this around like the beginning of the year, and a lot of people are thinking about goals for their company. And whether that's revenue goals, profit goals, it's interesting to think about flipping it around and looking down at the bottom and seeing what metrics can we move that really help people support our goals.
When I do it with as an example, I've got 2 salespeople right now who sell for the COO Alliance, right? I have this mastermind group that no entrepreneurs are allowed to join. It's only for second in commands, and they're 100% commission. One of them will make in his first year about 120,000. The other one will make about 230 in his second year. But I sit down with them and I say, "How much money do you want to make this year? How much profit do you want to earn in sales?" They give me the number, and then I show them the plan, and then I keep coaching them on the plan. And now they don't, and so they use a CRM, and I have never once logged into their CRM. I don't know how to log into their CRM. And they're like, "Well, why are we using a CRM?" I'm like, "It helps you sell." And they're like, "But you're not looking at it." I don't want to. Like, if you want help, ask me, but it's going to help you sell if you track stuff. So they're like all into using the CRM, and they're closing a lot of deals because they know I'm just there to help them. Well, guess what? The more I help them, the more they sell, the better I do. Whereas most companies are like, "Oh, let me see how many calls you've logged, and let me see what you're saying to the customer." And then the employee thinks you care more about your goals than theirs. It's just backwards.
Which at the end of the day, I think is probably true, right? Like when you're thinking of it that way, you probably do care more about your success than the employee success, which leads to not a great culture.
And so they're right? And I think from the same vein, and I learned this from Herb Kelleher from Southwest Airlines, he said that your employees are number 1, customers number 2. Right? If you obsess about your employees being happy, they'll take care of your customer. They'll work nights, they'll work weekends, they'll go through brick walls for you. But if you're so obsessed about the customer being happy, the employee feels overworked and underappreciated. Right? It's almost this, okay, so I'm just going to care so much about my employees, and I know that if I care about them, they'll care about my customers. And then it's easy to go to work every day because you're just having fun helping people.
Yeah, I think it's a powerful reframe.